But then I stood up and I was like, oh, my name is Ebon, blah, 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 blah. I studied this, blah, 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 blah. And then next thing she was like, she said, huh, you speak English? I was like, yeah, I speak English. Me, I'm all for minding your business, but at least let's be familiar a little bit. People mind their business to the extent that if you greet some of them, they're like, imagine wanting to go and get your lashes done and you'll be signing contracts that before I fix my lashes, if anything go wrong, I am liable. And in my mind, I'm like, I just want to get my lashes done. I just want to be a baddie man. And then next thing, this girl, as I was pouring the drink, this girl just came and then she kissed me on my lips. Hey!
Did I hear you?
Oh, Jesus, you guys. It'd be like, I was just like,
why won't you talk to me?
Fun fact, when I got to the UK, I can remember my first class. And then just asked me a question because I resumed late. And then she was like, introduce yourself. And then the way she even said it, like, she was quite slow in saying it. Like, she was just like, would you like to introduce yourself to the class? And in my head, I'm like, why is she speaking so slow? But then I stood up and I was like, oh, my name is Ebon, blah, 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 blah. I studied this, blah, 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 blah. And then next thing she was like, she said, huh, you speak English? I was like, yeah, I speak English. But yeah, it was just really funny to see that they actually did not know that the universal language we speak in Nigeria is English, actually. But then obviously I'm always proud to educate people that are not aware that aside the universal English, there are like 250 ethnic groups, so different languages here and there. I think it's even almost 500 something, yeah. So yeah, it was just interesting to see, and I was like, wow, so many shocking things when you move to the UK. And like you already heard me, one of them was this. That was even the biggest shocker to me. But you know, before we go into all of that, remember now, you already know what we're missing out. The TYT pledge. Hands up. Yeah. If you're not new here, you know the drill already. Now come on, let's do this together. I pledge to TYT to be honest, say it how it is, no filter, zero pretending. Yeah, so back to what I was saying, like, she was shocked. So now it now made me remember why she was asking me what is my name slowly, because I was like, why this woman? Because when I entered the class, I came in late and I've already seen the pace at which she speaks. She speaks normally. So I don't know why she probably thought she needed to slow down her pace for me to understand her English. And I was like, no, you don't need to do that. And then I've had that same experience with someone else who was like, oh, your English is so good. Did you go to a private school in Nigeria? And in my mind, I'm like, no, you don't need to pay like luxurious money or go to a private school. So she probably thought like, oh, it's only the rich people that can, you know, afford private school that could speak English. And I just had to explain again that no, the country where I come from, everybody speaks English. Both the rich and poor can speak English. It's not dependent on the school you go, if you go private on it. And it was shocking to her. She was like, wow, you speak English? This is the first time I'm hearing this and all of that. But yeah, that was one of the most shocking things. Guess what? I have 9 more for you guys. This leads me to the next thing, right? People mind their business a lot in the UK. Well, sometimes it depends on the weather. For example, if you're in the UK between ending of August to March, people go mind their business because everybody just wants to go home and run away from the cold outside. Like, they work really fast. Like, everybody is working by God. They're looking for the nearest shelter to go in. So like, no, everybody be mind that you can be living in the same house with somebody, and I promise you, you don't even know the name of your housemate or your landlord. Your landlord probably don't even visit your house. Unlike here, that your chicken next door, you're even using a palm oil or a spoon. Like, people, me, I'm all for minding your business, but at least let's be familiar a little bit. People mind their business to the extent that if you greet some of them, they're like there's just this weird hello they give you back, like, okay, why are you saying hi to me? Do I know you from somewhere? But sometimes it's good. I like when everybody is minding that business too. But like, that's another thing that surprised me, seeing that you literally might be living with someone for years and you guys don't know each other. Another thing, number 3 now, I don't even know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Like, the UK is quite orderly. Like, it's so order. There's so much order to the tea. Imagine wanting to go and get your lashes done and you'll be signing contracts that before I fix my lashes, if anything go wrong, I am liable. And in my mind, I'm like, I just want to get my lashes done. I just want to be a baddie man. Do I have to do all of this? You can't. Most times you can't even do walk-ins. Like, you know the way you could just see one barber way, like, or a hair place, and you just like, let's walk in there. I won't do braids. I don't know, you have to book an appointment, they send you back an email to let you know if it's available, and then you're not coming. And then if you're 15 minutes late, there are so many policies, you pay a certain amount of money. I mean, Nigeria incorporates that now, but it's not really firm. You can still maneuver it, but in the, you know, the man, so you go pay that money, my brother and sister. So you have to kind of keep to time and the policies, right? So yeah, it can be quite dicey, especially for someone like me coming from Nigeria, where I'm used to walk-ins, like even home service. I mean, they do home services in the UK too, but also you need to have some kind of shitload of money to do that, right? But yeah, I think I actually like the orderliness now, and I think I'm getting used to it. This one actually is very emotional for me, and it makes me really sad. Makes me really, really sad. Because tell me why I cannot price something. You mean that I will just walk into a boutique and you show me the label of the price and I have to just accept it? Don't I have a say in the conversation? Why can't I air my own opinion about what I take? UK, no. If you can't afford it, then go buy something lower. Don't force your price on that particular item. Go and look for that same item but in a lower price. Because tell me why I can't price it. You know, you just go to this scarf na 10k and I collect 5k. Nowhere in the UK you can do that. I know in Nigeria, if you enter proper stores, supermarket, you can't price. But I mean, you know, say if you go Balogun markets, you go price Emeka price down to 1,000 naira. Because Emeka was probably cheating you already when he said 20k because he knows you will price. So all those things, like, I miss it. You know, the way you even do jale, you go even first do drama. You go first walk out like you're not buying again, then come out. UK, if you go in, you don't go with that. Like, nobody cares, right? Now, this next one I'm about to say is actually surprising. Like, this one is not even about, oh, it makes me sad, it makes me emotional, or it's funny. It's actually like proper like surprise when I hear it. You know, the way we Nigerians, we have this culture of like keeping secrets. For example, if you're jackpot, you will not tell anybody till you jackpot finish. Maybe you think the person's village person will come and haunt you or something. Or if you have some issues, you know, you just keep it to yourself or within your family, blah blah blah. But in the UK, they'll freely tell you for free, oh, I have kidney disease. They can literally be like, hi, my name is this and I have kidney. Like, they don't see those things as you should hide it from them. They see it as that's the reality of things, right? This is what I have. So like, if you want to talk to me, you know how to talk to me. Yeah, like in the UK, like there's no, so that kind of thing is not really considered privacy to an extent because they can tell you stuff immediately. Like, you just say, hi, my name is this, I have kidney stones, and you're like, oops, I just met you, but if you feel like you need to give me all that information, that's okay. But with Nigerians, even your family member, they don't even know all what you're going through, so they're just very open with things like that. As much as they don't like to meet people, talk to people, once they become comfortable talking to you, hey, you will hear talk, like serious talk. And I find that very interesting because you haven't gotten to know this person that long and you're already comfortable sharing this kind of thing. So it shows that they don't really see those kind of things as a big deal the way we would take all those kind of things. Like, some of us, we even have a headache, we saying, no worry, like you can actually accept you have a headache. Like, it's not a big deal. The person can help you if you have a headache. Like, saying something is wrong with you doesn't mean you are weak or something. It just makes the other person understands how to communicate with you. Yeah, this one is actually like a message to Nigerians. Be open to telling people more stuff. Well, I'll take that back. Let's go to the next one. This one. UK and mental health. Now 5 and 6. UK and mental health. 5 and 6. They prioritize mental health so good. I mean, and they're coming from Nigeria. As in Nigeria, when you see all those things, it be like film for your eye. Oh, like they prioritize your mental health, your emotional health, and it's so good. An example is when I was in school, right? I had a part-time job, right? So this is me, another story time. I had a part-time job. I was working as a bar staff, so it was like in the nights now. And, you know, it was at a club. Like, people would drink, get drunk. You know, you're the one serving them drinks, so you literally watch the person go from normal to drunk. So like, you keep serving drinks and everything. And you know, when someone is like tipsy and drunk, they are so loose and everything. So this lady now came up to me now, and then she was like, I should pour her a drink. She was already tipsy, obviously, but like, she was still okay. She was still aware of her surrounding and everything. And then next thing, this girl, as I was pouring the drink, this girl just came and then she kissed me on my lips. Hey! Oh, Jesus, you guys, it'd be like, I was just like, and then the drink was already pouring because it was just a shot glass. I was confused. I was like, what the hell? And then immediately security came to take her out, and then the manager of the back came to me. She was like, "Oh my God, are you okay? Sorry about that." And then the girl had lipsticks and everything. Oh, I actually suffered though. And I was just like, oh my God, oh my God, what's this? Da, 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 da. If it was Nigeria, you go get your body self back again and get back to work. The manager called me like, if I don't want to work this shift again, I can go home. And my mental health very important. I said, on top small kiss. Me, I don't want to make money. I said, no, no, I'm okay. We shall continue the work. And I was like, no, you might need to go home. So that's the kind of thing I mean by prioritizing mental health. Because if it's another manager in Nigeria where they don't already pay, say you go work, you go finish that shift though. They really just prioritize mental health, and it's very good to see, especially like coming from being in Nigeria. Like when you see those team players, you're like, mental health, interesting. Okay, so this one was a scary one for me. In the UK, people actually carry pets around and everything, you know, so you see so many people going out for walk with their dogs, with their pets and everything. But one thing we as Nigerians were not used to is actually putting those pets on a public transport. Like you have a big massive dog and the dog is on the same bus with me. Why? That happened to me the first time I go on the bus, and then the bus was just, the dog was just there sitting. And I'm like, why is there a dog in the bus? Where I come from, only human beings get on the public bus. Yeah, it was interesting to see. I started getting friendlier with the dogs when I heard in the UK, if dog bites you, they'll give you £4,000 as compensation. I said, no, let's all be friends with all the dogs, innit? Right, so those things were very surprising for me to see. It just shows that there's kind of a level of comfort for you to be able to think of traveling and then carry your dog along in a public bus. Nigeria, even you being comfortable in the bus in Nigeria alone is not really, it's not something that you can be assured for. You now want to carry dog, they go help you first through that jog away. This one actually was a shocker to me as well. So I think there was a different course I was doing, just a little online course I was doing as well while I was in the UK. And then I think the course was ending, the online course was ending, and they were like, oh, since we'd never really met each other in person because all the courses were online, and you know the classmates too, I had not really seen anybody in person, like, oh, since it's our last course, let's all meet like in a pub, right, and get drinks, blah blah blah. The guy was like, oh, he planned it, he showed us the pub place, you know, everything. Me, I was like, okay, I've not been going now. Since these people are inviting me now, let me go. Now I go, they order drinks, and then they got like few chop whatever to eat and stuff like that. We sure had fun, we drank, blah blah blah. Next thing, I just saw everybody gathering in one place. They old calculator. I said, what's going on here? And then they were like, Ebon, like your bill is £14.50. I say, I don't understand. You invited me out, it's me that we pay. I was very confused. So I was like, wait, the culture here is even if you get invited, you will still pay. I did my house, I'm not telling you say I did. You brought me outside, you literally are the one that planned everything. Why didn't you at least tell me that I'm going to be the one sorting out my bill myself? Why would you make effort to plan something, you invite me, and then we're splitting the bill when I did initiate it? So in my head, I'm just like, if you're going to invite me out, please kindly sort the bills, please. Like, but then I just realized it also happens in Nigeria sometimes, so you're the one that is going to confirm who is the bills on. Very important to don't just think the person that instigated it will be the one to pay. Ask Talo Masowo Billy, who's gonna pay the bill? Right? Very important. At least you've learned something here today. So another interesting one is they call dinner tea, and then they call lunch dinner. I promise you, I can't even explain what I just said now, but that is what it is. Maybe you rewind and hear again. But like, they call dinner tea, so they'll be like, what are you having for tea time? And that's dinner. And then they call lunch dinner. Yeah, I'm not going to go further in explaining. That's just it. I found it very surprising and interesting. Now this one I'm about to say is part of the orderliness and, you know, the way things are put in place in the UK to an extent. Because tell me why I'm getting ID because I want to buy alcohol. Don't I look old enough to get alcohol? Like a random supermarket here in Nigeria that even in club, anybody under 18 can enter. You be in the supermarket and you be like, oh, I want to get a vodka or something, and then they're like, show me your ID, and I'm like, the way I look like this, show me ID, like, don't I look grown to you? And it's so annoying because if you don't actually have your ID, you have to go back and get it. You know, in Nigeria, you might have a way to maneuver and say, oh, Ghana, I say as I be now, Egbon, Adubo, or something like that. But no, not like that here, man. So these things are just, they were surprising for me. Some of it I've gotten used to, some of it still annoys me, some of it is still interesting to me, some of it I still benefit from. But yeah, let me know. It doesn't have to be things that surprise you living in the UK. It can be in Nigeria, things that still shock you as being in Nigeria. One of the things that shocks me, even if I'm in Nigeria is the power grid, national grid going down every day and night. It's always collapsing. Shock. So let me know. That's my talk. I want to hear yours in the comment section. What are the surprising things you've experienced living in a country or being in a country? Talk to me. It can be from any country, any place. Just talk to me, right? Love you guys. Bye.